Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do another Extreme Ultimate Decades CAS Descendant video. So this is where we are taking our main rotational gameplay households and we are going to get them from the year 1337 into whoever their grandchild is for the year 1400. So here we have Duke Arthur Alderheart. So he is the king consort of Queen. He is the king consort of Queen Taryn Alderheart. They have claimed Camelot as their own. And during the 100-Year War from the year 1337 all the way to the year 1380, their family had fought for the freedom of Camelot. They lost a lot of people, but they did get their own queendom liberated from the clutches of Moria. Moria did overtake Avalon, which is Windenburg in the game, but Henford-on-Bagley and Glimmerbrook are free independent countries. They're not technically free independent. They're free and independent from Avalon. They are still kingdoms and queendoms. So the magical community is ruling itself through major households and familial lines. And Taryn is ruling the humans basically in Camelot. And unfortunately, Moria does own Windenburg in our new timeline, so that whoever is ruling over Windenburg will be from Moria. So their revolution technically went okay. So Augusta is the daughter of Arthur and Taryn, and she will have inherited the throne from them. So let me just put her in some clothes so we can talk about it. So Augusta would have inherited the throne from her parents. So her two sisters, are going to be married off and lost to time because we are just looking to get the monarch of Camelot. So this is Taryn and Arthur's baby, Augustine. We cannot age him up, unfortunately. So I am just going to have him in the game and then I'll delete him before. So the queendom would have been left to Augusta, and she would not have taken her husband's last name, Oliveira. So she is going to be Alderheart as well. She's Queen Alderheart. And they would have a baby. So Queen Augusta and King Consort Thomas would have had a child. And let me tell you guys when that baby would be born. So in 1336, whenever Taryn claimed Avalon was corrupted and they were going to go back to the ways of Camelot, and she claimed her lands of Henford-on-Bagley to be the queendom of Camelot, they won their side of the war in 1342, but Avalon lost the war to Moria and became a province of Moria underneath their empire. And during this time, we had, the Alderman family escape. And then this is when Nathaniel Alder became 16. So around, I would say, anywhere from here, they would have had a child. So we can say in the same year, 1342, that Princess Augustine was still a princess and Thomas was still her lord husband. And then we can say that they had a baby in 1342. So in 1342, Gabriella would have been born. So we will see if she survives to her teenage years of 16 and gets to reproduce. But at this time, since Camelot has become a kingdom of its own, I'm going to say in 1315, Taryn becomes the queen. How old? And Princess Taryn is quite old at this point as well. She's probably around 50 whenever Augusta gives birth to Gabriella. So I'm going to say in 1350, Augusta becomes queen of Camelot because her mother is just well on in age, and she wants to make sure after they set up the new kingdom that her daughter is fully embraced and accepted before she passes. So we need to see if Augusta's daughter makes it past her birth and everything. So she would have been born in 1342. Okay, so to see if she survives 5, 10, 15, 20, she survives birth. Let's see if she becomes an infant. She does. Did she become a toddler? She does not. So unfortunately, their daughter Gabriella does not make it. This is what she would have looked like when she passed. And she would have passed in 4 years after birth. So 1342. So in 1346, she would have passed. And by that time, they would have definitely tried for another child. So we will just, for sake, say in 1344, they have a second child. So we will try again, but Gabriella doesn't make it. Wow, this looks like it may really be a queendom because they've had two daughters back to back. I just want to show you guys what she would look like if she does make it to teenhood, because I'm just very curious about the genetics at this point. This is their daughter, Liliana. Let's see if Liliana makes it to teenhood. And I'm saying that she was born before her sister died. So her sister dies in 1330. Her sister, Gabriella, dies in 1346. Liliana is born in 1334. So let's see if she makes it past all her ages up. Does she make it when she was born? Yes. Does she make it when she was an infant? Yes. Does she make it as a toddler? Yes. Does she make it as a child? Yes. Does she make it as a teen? Yes. Okay, so Liliana is going to continue the queendom. I love that for her. She looks a lot like her dad's side of the family for sure. And we will say goodbye to Queen Augusta because I don't want to get rid of a monarch if she's still going to be queen. So Liliana is born in 1334 and she does make it to 16. So in 1358, Liliana is able to get married. And this is why her mother is still a queen. So her mother would have been, so Augusta was born in 1323 and she becomes queen in 1350. 27 when she's named queen, and I'm going to say that the queens live to be well, I'm going to say that the queendom passes when the queen becomes 50. So whether she's alive or not is irrelevant. So she will be 50 in the year 1373. So she's queen for quite some time. So the queendom of Camelot will pass on to Lillian Alderheart in 1373. That's also when Solomon Alderman becomes a part of the family. He's born. So Liliana will still be alive. She will just be 50. So I can't get rid of Liliana, but definitely at this point, Augusta is passed away. So that was kind of what I was trying to figure out. So we will go ahead and say goodbye to Queen Augusta. Augusta was a very fair queen, but she was also very strict because of what happened to her Lionheart side of her family in the Kingdom of Babylon. So Lillian is going to be queen whenever we get into the new save file. So let's find out whoever her spouse is going to be. So Princess Lillian would have married a Raven Yu, who I am saying has elven descent. He is not an occult. So if they have pointy ears and are not an occult in my game, they're elven, which is just like immortal. And they have magic, but it's not like magical powers. It's just more so about them being immortal because they're immortal. So they have time to like tap into it and study it, but it's not like inherent. So if they don't study it, they don't have it. They just have the potential for it. So this will have been this would have been an elven prince. His name is Raven Yu, and he would have come from the Enchanted Forest. And he also would have been one of the great houses protecting the magical realm and Glimmerbrook. So he obviously is in a marriage contract with Princess Lillian, and he will become her king consort whenever she becomes queen. So Lillian, I'm going to go ahead and give her like a pretty little makeover as well. So Queen Lillian and Raven will have a child together. Looks like their firstborn is also going to be a daughter. Oh my goodness, she's so beautiful. And it looks like she also has the pointy ears. Her name is going to be Chelsea. Now we just need to see if... So Lillian in the year 1358 would have gotten married to elven prince Raven Yu. Their child would have been born by the end of 1359. So I'm going to say this is when Chelsea was born. So Chelsea's born in the year 1359. So we just need to see if she survives her roles. Looks like every chart is the same, but just in case they're not, we'll go to the right, decade. So this is to see if she survives birth, which she does. Does she survive her infant role? She does. Her toddler role? She does. Her child role? She does. Now her teen role. Awesome. So Chelsea does survive and make it to 16 years. So a year after her mother becomes queen, Princess Chelsea is up for... Chelsea will be our queen. I don't know if we should have a queen named Chelsea. That's probably not... I'm gonna change her name, guys. Okay, so I found her name. It's going to be Christine, but it's spelled different. It's going to be spelled French. Christine. She can get married in the year 1374, so that's where we are with them. That means she's 16, and her mother becomes queen in 1373. Okay. Queen Liliana is going to abdicate her throne to her daughter at the age of 25, which is going to be in 1383. So at that point, Christine will have been queen for about 15 years in our new save file. So we might end up having a new queen after that. And for sake of it, I'm going to say Lillian died at the age of like 53. So Queen Lillian was a shorter queen. Dumb. Okay. Also, Raven is an immortal, but I think I'm going to make him an elder. So her dad would be an immortal. Okay, so this is our Queen Christine. All right, so this is our Queen Christine, and I'm going to find out who she married. So Queen Christine is married to Roland, Lord Roland Cambridge, and they are going to have, I'm going to let them have up to 3 children if they survive all the roles. So I'm going to make one a teenager because in the year 1400, they definitely would have been a teenager. Okay, this is their daughter, Ariana. Really think Ariana is beautiful. So Ariana would have been born in the year 1375. So I just want to see if she passes her roles. The year 1375. She passes her baby roll because birth is for the mother. She passes her baby roll, her infant roll. She does not pass her toddler roll. So she doesn't make it to the age of 5. So this is Princess Ariana, who did not make it to age 5. So the year being 1379, I do believe in this time period they would have had another child. So we'll say that child was born before Ariana died. Looks like they're having another daughter. So this is their daughter, Brianna. She would have been born in the year 1376, 1377, one of these 2 years. So I'll just say 1377. Her sister passes away then. So we need to see if she survives her birth. She does. Her infancy. She does. Her toddlerhood. She doesn't. So she also doesn't make it past toddlerhood. So her sister dies in the year 1379, and I'm going to say maybe she did too. Maybe there was some kind of plague going around in the castle. So I'm going to say, for lore's sake, that from the years 1375, the Black Death came. The Black Death came in the years between the years 1375 and 1379. So that's something that our kingdom will have been recovering from as well. So we're in the year 1380, and there is no kids yet. So I'm sure Christine would have tried again. So it looks like they're having their first son named Brandon. Man, they are using a lot of the similar names. So I'm going to leave Brandon as a kid in hopes that he makes it all the way to teenhood. Brandon would have been born in the year 1380. So the reason I'm listing when the royals are born, because I need to know who's going to be the royal for whenever we get to the year 1400, but I didn't save the other family members and when they died and stuff like that because it didn't really matter. So we need to see if Brandon survives his roles. This is for his babyhood, his infancy, his toddlerhood, his childhood. And does he become a teenager? He does. So Prince Brandon does become a teenager, but she technically can try for a child one more time. So I'm going to see if she ends up having a daughter. And if she does, we actually will pass the queendom on to a daughter. So that daughter would have been born at least 2 years after Brandon. So we're in the year 1382 to see if this is his little sister, Talia, Princess Talia. Would have been born in the year 1382. So she is actually going to be queen one day. So hopefully Princess Talia will make it to teenhood because then she will be our new queen. So she turns 16 in the year. So she'll turn 16 in the year 1380, 13 in the year 1398. So I'm actually going to have the royals not married. I think Princess Talia will end up becoming queen. So Queen Christine will be 42 in the year 1400. Brandon will be 20 and Talia will be 18. So Princess Talia is going to get married 2 years later than most people, but I think she can afford that as a princess, waiting till get married at 18. And then we'll let her become queen when she's 25. So that way her mom will pass it on to her. So we will allow oh wait, hang on. Now I did all of that. Let's see if she actually survives all the way to teenhood. Her being born in 1382. She survives being a baby. She survives her infancy. She survives her toddlerhood. She survives her childhood. and she does become a teen. So we will have them in our new save file. Look what trait passed down to Talia. I love it so much. You can definitely tell she is of elven descent. So Princess Talia will be getting married in our new save file, and she will have her brother, Prince Brandon. He didn't get the ears. That's so funny. And Christine will be in her 40s. So I'm going to save her as an adult. And then yeah, she has age lines. So this is going to be our queen in our new save file, everybody. I'll give her a medieval makeover at the end of doing all the families. But we officially have our royals for the new 1400 save file. And we have a little bit more of our history now that we have made them. So without further ado, I'm going to say this is it for this household. What did you guys think? Did you think that Queen Taryn and Prince Arthur would have been good rulers? Would they have been a great reset for the kingdom? I can't wait to see what their grandchildren do, because Christine is Arthur's. So Talia and Brandon are Arthur and Taryn's great, 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 great grandchildren. So 4 generations back. And without further ado, I'll see you in the next video where we find out who of Gwen's, where we will meet Gwen's grandchildren.